Hello, and welcome to a very special Oscar edition of Celebrity Corner. Welcome to a very special Oscar edition of the KK. I'm your host, Augie, and I'm wearing this monkey suit because on Sunday, March 2nd, 2014, it's the Oscars. Movies are subjective, and a lot of times people don't agree with who wins or who loses at the Oscars. We thought we would play a fun little game with you where we say, was this an Oscar snub or an Oscar shrub? And that's really the best we could do. Gary, it's like you're not even trying. Okay, so we will be saying a name, and you're going to have to guess if that's someone who we thought deserved an Oscar or if it was the name of a shrub in an Oscar-winning feature film from the past. Okay, first up, Michael B. Jordan. Are we talking about Michael B. Jordan, the wonderful actor from Fruitvale Station? Or are we talking about Michael B. Jordan, the shrub from Citizen Kane? It was the shrub from Citizen Kane. Tell me if this is a shrub that's close to your heart or a snub that makes you mad. Brie Larson. We're done. I'm not going to do this segment. It's so dumb. Okay, well, now, the way that my prediction for this year, because people keep asking for it, is that I think that this year might actually be the first write-in candidate that the Oscars have ever seen. And that write-in candidate is for a movie that just somehow got overlooked. It's got everything. And that movie is Dunstan Checks In. It's got everything, really everything. It's got a hotel, it's got a chimpanzee, it's got Jason Alexander. Now, although I work in film, I am not part of the Academy, so I do not vote. So I'm not really sure how that process goes. But if the process goes the way that I think it is, which is basically if you see the movie that year, you can vote for it. I saw Dunstan Checks In this year. There was like a week where I was only watching movies with chimpanzees in them, so I watched MVP, which is Most Valuable Primate, and then MVP 2, which is Most Vertical Primate. That's the one where he learns how to skateboard. The first one's where he's a hockey player. So I saw Dunstan Checks In that week of just chimpanzee movies. It was a great week. I called it Chimp Week. Okay, so I want this being the Oscars, I figured we would get an Oscar nominee in to speak with us while we have everything set up and everything. And so I'd like to welcome Mr. Douglas Meerkat to our program, who Douglas was the wrangler for the cat in the movie Inside Llewyn Davis by the Coen brothers.
Yeah.
Mr. Meerkat, welcome to our program. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor.
Thanks for having me.
Say, so you're an animal wrangler. Let me ask you this. Did you ever work with the dog Uggy from The Artist?
No.
Because his name is similar to my name.
But I heard he's a dick and tough to work with.
The dog is a bit of a dick?
Yeah.
Okay, my producers have told me that you have brought a cat along with you to show us.
Yeah, I brought a cat with me, alright.
And now, is this the cat from the movie that you worked on, from Inside Llewyn Davis?
We put that cat down, actually. We put all of those cats down. That was actually 12 different cats, and we had to put all of those cats down at the end of the movie.
Okay.
You know, sometimes having an animal in a movie is a lot like having a swastika in a movie. At the end of the movie, you're supposed to burn all of the swastikas so that neo-Nazis can't get their hands on it. Pretty much the same thing with cats. Once a cat is done in the movie, we don't want neo-Nazis to get their hands on the cat, so we burn them. But also, there's a loophole in the cat wrangling world where if you get the cats from a shelter and the cats all have feline leukemia, the cats are going to die anyway, so you can be pretty much as bad to them as you possibly want. And so we abuse the shit out of these cats. It's a classic movie-making thing. You just get the cats that are going to die, and then you don't have to use them. You don't have to really treat them well.
Wow, I had no idea that was a thing.
That's what they did on that HBO show Luck. All those horses were basically bone meal by the time they set on set. Yeah, Luck actually got the idea from Mr. Ed. Every single episode, Mr. Ed was boiled down for glue or turned into dog food. There was never the same Mr. Ed.
Well, I'll be okay. Well, let's go ahead and meet the little Tabby then. It's Tabby, right?
Yeah, it's a tabby, and she is a little feisty because she just gave birth and
What?
oh no,
What's wrong?
she's dead. I forgot to cut air holes in the darn box here, and God, this happened to me like 15 times on set. It was terrible. She's like, "Oh, come on, Doug, right? Put your brain in this morning."
Oh my God! Can I help?
Nah. We just take her out back to the dumpster where I found her, you know. From whence you came, small beast.
Okay. That's all the time we have for the KK. Thank you so much for joining us. I can only assume that this will be the last episode. Things seem to be getting much worse. We've never had anything die on the program, but thank you, Mr. Cat.
You're
for
welcome.
doing that for us. Okay, so thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully we'll never see you again.
We'll see you at the movies.
That's not how I sign off.
What do you say usually?
I don't have a sign off.
You don't have a sign off? You don't have a sign off. Everyone has a sign off. If it were me in that chair, my sign off would be, "Cats off to you, New York."
Cat's dead to you, New York, right?
Don't make jokes about these creatures.
No, you're right. I'm sorry, that was sensitive.
They're perfect.